Welcome to my channel. Today, we journey deep into the rainforests of Southeast Asia to witness a truly rare and mesmerizing encounter, a battle between two king cobras. What happens when two of the world's deadliest snakes face off against each other? Let's find out. The king cobra Ophiophagus hana is the longest venomous snake in the world. Growing up to 18 feet in length, it is not only fearsome because of its size, but also because of its highly potent neurotoxic venom, capable of killing an elephant. Unlike many snakes that avoid confrontation, the king cobra is a predator of predators. It feeds mainly on other snakes, including venomous ones like kraits and other cobras. This makes the king cobra not just a king in name, but a real apex predator in the snake kingdom. King cobras are solitary and territorial. They patrol and defend their area, especially during the breeding season. When another king cobra enters this space, a deadly confrontation can unfold, not necessarily to kill, but to establish dominance. While fights between two king cobras are rare in the wild, they do happen. And when they do, the result is a mix of calculated strategy, physical power, and snake intelligence. Here we see two adult male king cobras, both massive, alert, and aware of each other's presence. The jungle floor becomes a battleground as the two cobras meet. They rise up, lifting nearly a third of their body vertically off the ground. Their iconic hoods flare, not out of fear, but as a display of power. There is no immediate strike. King cobra battles are not chaotic. They are almost ritualistic, a test of strength and intimidation before any lethal bite is considered. They lock together, bodies coiling, pushing and twisting. This is known as the combat dance. Each tries to push the other down. The one who falls or backs away first is the loser. They may wrestle like this for minutes, even hours, without ever biting. The goal isn't always to kill. Sometimes, the message is enough. This is my territory. Leave now. Despite their fearsome reputation, king cobras rarely kill each other in these fights. Why? Because in nature, every fight carries a risk. Even if you win, a serious injury can mean death later. A torn scale or a fang wound can invite infection. So, king cobras engage in controlled dominance battles to avoid unnecessary harm. But if the fight escalates beyond the ritual, things can turn fatal. In rare cases, especially during the mating season, when two males compete for a female, the battle can take a darker turn. One cobra may strike with lightning speed, sinking its fangs into the other's body. The venom quickly begins to affect the nervous system, causing paralysis, confusion, and respiratory failure. Even a king cobra isn't immune to another's bite. If one cobra succumbs to venom or injury, the winner may consume the loser. Yes, king cobras are cannibalistic. This shows just how dominant and ruthless nature can be, even among the same species. In these battles, size matters. A larger male with more mass can overpower a younger or smaller rival with ease. Older king cobras also tend to be wiser and more strategic, using their experience to conserve energy and read the opponent's movements. In this case, the larger male has asserted his dominance without needing to bite. The smaller cobra retreats, conceding the fight. No blood, no death, just pure intimidation and strength. The victor reclaims his territory, or earns the right to mate, depending on the season. The defeated cobra disappears into the undergrowth, perhaps to recover and fight another day. This is how balance is maintained in the reptile world. Strength decides survival, but violence is not always necessary. Despite their fearsome image, king cobras are vulnerable in the wild. Habitat loss, hunting, and illegal trade have put pressure on their populations across Asia. These majestic serpents are essential for maintaining ecosystem balance, especially by controlling snake populations that could otherwise spread disease or harm crops. It's crucial that we protect their natural environments and understand their role not as monsters but as vital, intelligent predators. The king cobra is more than just a snake. It's a symbol of power, intelligence, and raw natural dominance. And when two kings meet, it's a battle of legacy, not just survival. Thank you for watching this wild showdown. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more epic animal documentaries. See you next time. Welcome to my channel. Today, we delve into one of the most fascinating and intense natural rivalries, a deadly duel of dominance, venom, and love. Deep in the heart of Southeast Asia's forests, a rare battle is about to unfold. Two apex serpents, two kings are about to clash. This is the story of king cobra versus king cobra. Battle for love. The king cobra Ophiophagus hana is the world's longest venomous snake, capable of reaching lengths over 18 feet. Feared for its neurotoxic venom and hooded threat display, this serpent is a solitary predator. But during mating season, things change. The forest becomes a battlefield. The prize, a receptive female. Every year, during the monsoon, king cobras emerge from their dens with one thing on their mind: reproduction. Unlike many snake species, king cobras engage in ritualistic courtship. A female, ready to mate, releases pheromones, invisible chemical signals. Through her skin, these signals drift with the breeze. reaching the tongues of any nearby males. Roughly 300 meters apart, two massive male cobras taste the air. Their tongues flicker, detecting the trail of the same female. Each begins his slow, slithering advance. They are unaware of each other. For now, in a dense thicket of bamboo, their paths converge. The two kings see each other, and instantly, tension crackles through the air. There is no venom spat, no immediate strike. King cobras rarely use their venom on each other during mating disputes. Instead, they engage in a primal test of strength. Rising up like coiled towers, both snakes elevate their heads over 3 feet off the ground. Their bodies intertwine in a wrestling match, a test of endurance and power. This is not a fight to kill, but to dominate. Hours pass. The stronger cobra pushes his rival downward. Again and again, the defeated one will slither away. The victor wins the right to court the female. Unlike most animals that use claws, horns, or teeth, king cobras use balance and force. They could easily inject venom, but in these battles, they rarely do. Why? Because venom is precious. It takes energy and time to regenerate, and wasting it in intra-species combat could mean death later, when hunting prey. The victor approaches the female, a massive 13-foot-long queen, resting beneath a fallen log. She remains still. He flicks his tongue to confirm her pheromone trail. Carefully he begins to court her, rubbing against her body, aligning their tails. If she accepts him, they'll mate for hours. Reptilian romance may not have flowers or song, but in the serpent world, this dance is sacred. Mating can last up to 12 hours. Afterward, the female retreats. But unlike most snakes, she will do something remarkable. She begins to collect leaves with coils of her body. She builds a nest, a rare behavior among snakes. Once the structure is complete, she will lay between 20 and 40 eggs and guard them aggressively. She is not just a mother, she is a queen warrior. After mating, the male disappears into the forest. His purpose complete. Sometimes he will mate again with another female, but more often he avoids confrontation and retreats. His battle was short, but crucial for the future of the species. These combats of strength, the wrestling, the struggle, serve a deeper purpose. They ensure that only the strongest genes are passed on. In the brutal but elegant world of king cobras, power and love are intertwined. Though rare, injuries can happen. A misplaced coil, a fall from a tree, or exhaustion from extended grappling can lead to death. In the wild, even survival is a gamble. King cobras are listed as vulnerable by the IUCN. Habitat loss, poaching, and fear from humans threaten their existence. Every one of these love duels, every nest, becomes more precious as their numbers decline. Often feared as killers, king cobras are more than their reputation. They are shy, intelligent, and complex creatures. Their mating rituals reveal a side of nature rarely seen, one of restraint, strategy, and raw beauty. The jungle slowly returns to calm. One king slithers away, defeated but alive. The other remains, victorious, now a father to be. In this ancient dance of dominance and desire, the legacy of the king cobra continues. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story of wild love and rivalry, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's explore more wonders of the animal kingdom, one incredible story at a time. Until next time, stay wild. Welcome to my channel. Today, we witness a clash between two of the animal kingdom's most feared predators. The king cobra, the venomous serpent ruler of the tropics, and the lion, the muscular monarch of the savanna. But what happens when these two apex predators come face to face in a rare battle for territory? Who would win? Venom or muscle? Intelligence or strength? Stay tuned as we dive into the epic showdown. King cobra versus lion. The battle for survival. Let's begin by understanding our fighters. On one side, the king cobra, the longest venomous snake on Earth, measuring up to 18 feet in length. Native to the forests and grasslands of Southeast Asia, it reigns supreme with its deadly venom and fearsome hued display. Its venom is neurotoxic, meaning it shuts down the victim's nervous system in minutes. One bite can kill an elephant or 20 men. But this snake isn't just about poison. It's smart, highly territorial, and can stand its ground by raising its body up to 1/3 of its length to look its enemy in the eyes. On the other side, we have the lion, the king of beasts. With razor-sharp claws, powerful jaws, and unmatched stamina, lions rule Africa's savannas. Males can weigh over 190 kilograms and run at speeds of up to 50 miles per hour in short bursts. A lion's bite force is around 650 psi, enough to crush bones, and its muscular frame makes it a devastating opponent in any confrontation. Now, Imagine a setting where their worlds overlap. As climate change and deforestation push animals out of their habitats, strange encounters begin to occur. In this case, a lion wanders near a humid jungle edge in search of water. A nearby riverbed once dry as, now a prime spot for both predator and prey. Unfortunately, this spot is within the territory of a king cobra nest. The cobra, hidden under the thick bush, senses the vibration of a large intruder. The lion, dehydrated and hungry, does not yet realize that danger is slithering close. Let's analyze their key abilities before the fight erupts. King cobra strengths: powerful venom that attacks the nervous system. Quick striking speed, ability to raise its body and appear larger. Keen sense of vibration to detect approaching enemies, intelligence, and defensive strategy. Weaknesses: fragile body structure, cannot withstand powerful physical attacks, relies on venom rather than brute force lion strength. Strong physical frame and muscular limbs, deadly bite and claws, endurance and speed. Sharp eyesight and sense of smell. Weaknesses: no resistance to venom. Curious and sometimes underestimates smaller threats. Vulnerable to ambush as the lion steps into the riverbed. Unaware of the cobra hiding in the reeds, its paws splash water, disturbing the silence. The cobra, sensing the vibration, slithers out with its hood flared, hissing loudly. The lion freezes. He lowers his body, ears twitching, observing the snake's sudden aggression. But the lion isn't afraid yet. He's curious. He takes a few steps closer. The king cobra, now fully upright, begins to sway. A warning dance signaling, stay back. Still, thirsty and territorial, the lion lets out a roar, shaking the trees. But the cobra does not flinch. It knows this is life or death. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, the cobra lunges forward, fangs bared. A calculated bite, aimed at the lion's foreleg. But the lion jumps back just in time, swiping its massive paw through the air. The cobra's head crashes into the mud. A near miss. The lion roars again and circles the snake, trying to find a way to attack without getting close to the fangs. The cobra repositions, watching every movement. It knows it cannot miss the next strike. This time, it's the lion who moves first. With a powerful leap, it brings its front paws crashing down, aiming to pin the snake's body to the ground. The cobra twists violently, managing to dodge, partially, but its tail is crushed under the lion's weight. The snake hisses in pain, but it has one last chance. It strikes again, this time landing a bite deep into the lion's front leg. Venom is injected. The lion growls and shakes, trying to fling the cobra off. After a few desperate seconds, the snake is thrown aside, landing hard against a rock. Now the real battle begins. The lion is wounded, and venom is spreading through his system. But the cobra is also injured, its tail possibly broken, and its body bruised. The lion limps forward, breathing heavily. The cobra tries to rise, but it's too weak to raise its hood. One final roar from the lion, and he leaps, jaws wide, crushing the cobra's neck in a single bite. The king cobra is dead. But at what cost? The lion, victorious in battle, staggers back toward the trees. The venom is working fast. He collapses near a rock, panting. Unless he receives help from his pride or finds water quickly, the neurotoxin may stop his breathing within an hour. It's a bittersweet victory. Strength won over venom. But barely. So, who won this incredible duel? In pure combat, the lion triumphed. His physical strength and timing allowed him to crush the serpent. But had the cobra's strike hit a more vital area, or the lion been slightly slower, the outcome could have been fatal in seconds. This proves that even the most powerful predators are vulnerable to smaller creatures armed with deadly defense mechanisms. The king cobra may not have the strength of a lion, but it carries a weapon that can stop almost anything. The lion, on the other hand, represents raw power, strategy, and dominance. But even kings must tread carefully. Nature is full of extraordinary confrontations. This one reminds us of a simple truth. In the wild, there is no guaranteed victory. Every move matters. Every second counts. So, next time you see a lion and a snake, remember, size doesn't always decide the outcome. Sometimes, it's about precision, patience, and power in unexpected forms. Thanks for watching this wild encounter. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more thrilling wildlife battles. Leave a comment below. Who do you think would win in a rematch? The king cobra or the lion? See you in the next wild adventure. Welcome to my channel. Today, we journey into the heart of the African savanna to uncover the story of the most iconic and feared predator of them all. The lion, Panthera leo, the true lion king. The African savanna, an endless sea of golden grass, scattered acacia trees, and a sky that stretches to forever. Here, the lion reigns, with their golden coats blending into the dry grasses and their powerful frames built for combat and endurance. Lions rule as apex predators across eastern and southern Africa. But unlike the solitary big cats, like leopards or tigers, lions are social. In fact, they are the only cats to live in groups, called prides. A typical pride consists of around 10 to 15 individuals, usually several related their cubs, and one or more dominant males. These males are the kings of the pride, but their reign is never guaranteed for long. A lion cub is born blind, weighing less than 2 kilograms. Its chances of survival slim. In the wild, only about 1 in 4 cubs will reach adulthood. Life in the pride is brutal and competitive, but the lionesses are fierce mothers. They nurse, protect, and raise their cubs together. Cubs are hidden in dense brush for weeks before being introduced to the pride. If a cub is lucky and strong and smart, he will grow into a powerful male, but to become a king, he must leave. At around 2 to 3 years old, young males are pushed out of the pride by the dominant male. This exile is crucial. They must now roam the savannah as nomads. Nomadic life is the lion's proving ground. For several years, young males, often in pairs or coalitions, roam vast territories. They fight off hyenas, scavenge for food, and challenge other lions. This period is harsh. Many die, but those who survive emerge stronger, battle-tested, and ready to take a pride of their own. To do that, a nomadic lion must do the unthinkable. Challenge a dominant male. These confrontations are savage. Roars echo across the plains. Fangs flash. Blood spills. If the challenger wins, he takes the pride. But his first act is as chilling as it is strategic. He kills the cubs of the defeated male. This brutal behavior, called infanticide, ensures that the lionesses come back into heat. The new male then sires his own offspring, securing his bloodline. Nature is not kind, but it is efficient. Though males dominate the hierarchy, it is the lionesses who are the pride's foundation. They are the hunters. Fast, agile, and coordinated. They hunt at night, using the cover of darkness to stalk and ambush prey. Their targets: zebras, wildebeests, buffalo, and sometimes even giraffes. Hunting is a team effort. Lionesses work in silence, often using flanking strategies to isolate the weakest member of a herd. A successful hunt feeds the pride. But even within the group, hierarchy matters. Males feed first, then lionesses, and finally, the cubs. Yet lionesses also protect. When hyenas or leopards threaten the cubs, the females fight with ferocity. Some even give their lives. When a male takes over a pride, his rule is both glory and danger. He patrols constantly, scent marking trees, roaring into the night, warning other males. This land is taken. A lion's roar can be heard up to 8 kilometers away. It's both a challenge and a declaration. But a king's reign is short-lived. On average, a male lion rules for 2 to 3 years. Eventually, younger, stronger rivals will come. His fall is inevitable, but during his reign, he will mate with the lionesses, raise cubs, and fight off intruders. He will defend his pride, even against nature's greatest threats. Despite their strength, lions are not invincible. Hyenas, their bitter rivals, outnumber them and often scavenge kills. Sometimes, a hyena clan will even kill a lone lion. Buffalo, massive and aggressive, will fight back and gore lions with their deadly horns. Elephants and hippos are generally left alone. They are too large, too strong, and then there is man. Habitat loss, poaching, and conflict with local communities have pushed lion populations into decline. Today, fewer than 20,000 wild lions remain across Africa, a fraction of what once was. In some areas, lions are hunted for sport. In others, they are killed to protect livestock. Despite all this, the lion remains a symbol of power, majesty, and mystery. In African folklore, lions are both feared and respected. They represent strength and leadership. In Western culture, they've become royalty. Kings of the jungle, stars of films, icons of bravery. But the real lion is more than myth. It is a creature of immense complexity, a loving father, a violent usurper, a social hunter, a solitary exile. It is both noble and brutal. Its survival depends on balance between its instincts and the world around it, and that balance is fragile. Across Africa, conservationists are racing against time to save lions from extinction. Protected reserves, such as the Serengeti in Tanzania or Kruger National Park in South Africa, offer refuge. Local communities are being included in protection efforts, teaching coexistence, offering ecotourism opportunities, and reducing conflict. Programs that collar and track lions help scientists understand their behavior, movements, and threats. Some lions have even been reintroduced into areas where they once roamed freely, like Rwanda and Mozambique. The future of the lion lies in our hands. The lion is more than a predator. It is a symbol of wild Africa, raw, untamed, and majestic. If we lose the lion, we lose part of ourselves, part of the Earth's soul. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the wild, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What animals should we explore next? Elephant vs. King Cobra. In today's matchup, we see a baby elephant take on one of the world's most venomous snakes. Elephants are known to kill many animals, but can they defeat a king cobra? Will this baby elephant be able to win? Let's find out. The elephant calf walks through the tall grass while looking for food. The calf must be hungry. Just look at how skinny he is. He looks like he hasn't eaten in days. The little guy is getting desperate and will eat anything he can find. Suddenly, the elephant calf finds a dead mouse. He tries to eat the mouse, but another animal got to it first. The mouse has already gone bad. The elephant calf looks around to see if there are any other food sources. He lets out a loud trumpet after spotting something interesting. What did the calf find? It's not food though, it's a big snake. It's a huge snake, so much so that it's blocking the entire waterhole. This elephant calf has never seen anything like it before, but despite his inexperience, he doesn't seem afraid. Instead, the calf seems very angry. The elephant calf lets out another loud trumpet and charges at the snake. Can you imagine the force of an elephant calf charging at a snake? It's probably enough to smash the snake into pieces. But the snake is too quick. It moves aside just in time for the elephant calf's tusks to miss. The snake moves out of the way once again as the elephant calf charges at it for a second time. But this time, the snake gets pushed over. The calf's tusks were about to impale the snake. If the snake had moved just a bit slower, it would have been game over. For the snake, the calf takes a couple of steps back and lets out another loud trumpet. He's trying to intimidate the snake, but the snake doesn't budge. Instead, the snake's tongue flickers in and out as it observes the calf. The snake looks like it's taunting the calf. The elephant calf charges at the snake for a third time. This time, the calf jumps up in the air. His tusks come down hard on top of the snake, but the snake manages to get away. The calf jumps back down on all four legs. It seems the calf is starting to panic. The snake slithers closer to the calf, almost as if it wants to provoke him. We've seen snakes do this before. They try to intimidate their opponent by coming closer. It's like the snake is saying, "What are you going to do about it?" But the calf doesn't take the bait. He backs away from the snake and lets out another loud trumpet. The calf keeps backing away, but where can he go? The snake is blocking his way to the water. The calf needs water, but he won't get it without defeating the snake. The calf looks around to see if there is anywhere else he can go, but there isn't. He's trapped. The calf stares at the snake and takes a deep breath. It's now or never. The calf lets out another loud trumpet and charges at the snake. This time, the calf uses his tusks to try to hold the snake down. The snake bites down on the calf's tusks as hard as it can. The calf cries out in pain. An elephant should never let a snake bite down on its tusks. The snake is now wrapped around the calf's tusks. The calf tries to pull his tusks away, but the snake is holding on tight. The snake squeezes the calf's tusks in its mouth. The calf tries to shake the snake off, but it won't come off. The calf runs through the tall grass while trying to free his tusks from the snake. The snake hangs from the calf's tusks as it's carried along. Where will this end? The calf runs straight toward the water. The snake is still hanging on. The calf gets closer and closer to the water. The snake is getting wet. The calf then takes a big splash in the water. The snake is knocked off the calf's tusks. The calf drinks some water and looks around to see if the snake is still a threat. The snake is nowhere to be found. The calf takes another drink of water. He's now safe. Elephants normally don't fight snakes. Usually, elephants will just ignore snakes. However, if an elephant comes across a venomous snake, things can change. Even though the snake in this video isn't venomous, the elephant could have easily killed the snake. Elephants can kill snakes simply by stepping on them. Elephants can also use their tusks to impale snakes. There are even videos of elephants killing king cobras. In the wild, elephants are known to kill many animals, including lions, buffaloes, crocodiles, and more. Elephants are simply too strong for most animals to defeat. Even though this elephant calf was scared, he was brave enough to fight the snake. You have to be brave if you want to survive in the wild, and this elephant showed bravery when fighting the snake. Elephants usually don't fight snakes, but this elephant calf managed to take on a massive snake. Even though the snake wasn't venomous, it was still dangerous. King cobras are known to grow over 18 feet long. Their fangs are also massive. A single bite from a king cobra can be deadly. If the elephant calf didn't manage to escape, he might have been bitten. This elephant calf showed a lot of heart. When the snake wrapped itself around his tusks, he could have easily given up. But he kept trying to free himself, which eventually paid off. This elephant calf is a survivor. If this elephant calf had a few more years of training, he would have crushed the snake to death. After seeing this calf fight this massive snake, it's safe to say that he will grow up to be a great fighter. Elephants can sense danger. That's why they often run away from snakes instead of fighting them. However, if an elephant feels like it has no choice, it will fight the snake. In this case, the elephant calf felt he had no other option but to fight. We haven't seen many elephant calves take on snakes. Elephant calves are usually too small to take on adult snakes, but this calf was bigger than most. Elephants have excellent memories. This means that if an elephant encounters a snake, it will remember this experience, and next time it sees a snake, it will know what to do. Elephants are also very smart. Elephants are known to plan ahead. Sometimes elephants will try to trick predators. Elephants are simply one of the smartest species in the animal kingdom. This elephant calf had to use all of his strength to defeat the snake. Elephants are one of the strongest animals on the planet. Even though this elephant calf is just a baby, he is still very powerful. The elephant calf took quite a few hits throughout this battle, but it seemed to not affect him. Maybe the snake's skin is protecting the calf. Snakes don't have any bones, so they can take quite a bit of punishment. King cobras live in South and Southeast Asia. These snakes are mainly active during the day. King cobras are known to be aggressive snakes. Most snake bites are the result of a provoked snake. King cobras are also known to attack prey on land and in the water. King cobras mainly feed on fish, but they will also hunt birds, rodents, and even other snakes. King cobras are even known to hunt down other snakes' eggs. If you ever find a king cobra, stay far away. These snakes aren't worth the risk. Some people believe that killing snakes is bad luck, but it's important to kill dangerous snakes. Otherwise, the snake could harm someone. So it's okay to kill snakes, especially if they're dangerous. Now check out venomous snake vs baby rhino. Who do you think will win? Or watch this calf save his mom from a crocodile. Welcome to my channel. Today, we journey deep into the untamed wilderness of Southeast Asia, where life, death, and survival hang by the thinnest thread. In the lush green paddy fields, a moment of wonder and danger unfolds. A baby elephant stumbles upon a king cobra. And what happens next will shock you. Will the young giants survive? Or will the deadliest serpent on earth claim another victim? Let's dive into this high-stakes wildlife encounter. Can a baby elephant escape the deadly attack of a king cobra during a battle? The baby elephant enters the wild in the early morning light. The jungle awakens. Birds sing, monkeys chatter, and dew sparkles on green leaves. A baby elephant, just 2 years old, wanders slightly ahead of its herd, curious, innocent, and unaware of the dangers that hide in the tall grass. He sniffs the air, flaps his ears, and stomps playfully in the muddy field. His mother trumpets softly in the distance, warning him not to stray too far. But adventure has no patience. The baby elephant continues forward, lured by the aroma of wild fruits and tender grass. The king cobra awakes, unbeknownst to the young elephant. He's not alone. Just meters away, coiled beneath a banana tree, rests a massive predator, a king cobra, at nearly 5 meters long. It's one of the largest venomous snakes in the world. With a hood that flares in warning and fangs that drip with neurotoxic venom, the king cobra is a silent assassin, and it's hungry. This cobra hasn't eaten in days, and while it usually feeds on other snakes, today, it's desperate. A thud on the ground, a vibration in the soil. The elephant approaches, and the cobra awakens. The unexpected encounter. The baby elephant pushes aside tall grass and steps into the clearing. Suddenly, he freezes. Right in front of him, a strange slithering shape rises from the ground. The king cobra unfurls its massive hood, hissing with terrifying intensity. It raises nearly a third of its body off the ground, now eye level with the elephant calf. This is not a typical predator versus prey situation. Cobra versus elephant is rare, almost unthinkable, but the baby's small size makes him vulnerable. The cobra strikes. The first strike in a flash. The cobra lunges forward, fangs aiming for the elephant's leg, but the baby jerks backward, trumpeting in shock and fear. He stumbles, slipping in the muddy field. The cobra's fangs graze his thick hide but don't puncture deeply. Even a light dose of venom can be dangerous if it finds a soft spot. The baby elephant cries out, confused and afraid. His instinct says to run. But which way? The king cobra recoils and prepares for another strike. Elephant intelligence in action. Elephants are among the smartest animals on earth. Even young calves have surprising awareness and memory. This baby remembers his mother's training. He knows to stomp, to use his bulk, and to cry for help. He does all three. He slams his foot onto the ground. The cobra flinches. Then, with all his might, he lets out a high-pitched, shrill trumpet, a distress call that echoes through the jungle. Far off in the distance, the matriarch hears it, and the herd begins to move. Seconds of survival, but the cobra won't wait. It circles the baby elephant with terrifying grace. It looks for an opening. The trunk, the eye, behind the knee. One bite in the right place could paralyze the calf. The baby lifts his foot, trying to stomp again. He kicks dirt with his trunk. A second strike is launched. This one closer. It nicks the elephant's ear. Is that enough venom to harm him? The science of venom and elephant immunity. King cobra venom is a powerful neurotoxin. It attacks the nervous system, paralyzing muscles, slowing breathing, and eventually leading to death. But here's the twist. Elephants are naturally resistant. Their thick skin, strong immune systems, and sheer body mass make them far less vulnerable than smaller mammals. In fact, a king cobra would need to inject a huge quantity of venom directly into a vulnerable area for it to be fatal to an elephant. Still, a baby elephant is not an adult. He's not invincible. Injury and escape the calf limps. That bite to the ear is bleeding. It hurts, but he's not weakening. He sees an opening and charges forward. The cobra, surprised by the movement, slithers aside. The elephant doesn't wait. He runs. Not perfectly, not fast, but with purpose. Behind him, the cobra watches. It doesn't chase. This battle is over. The herd returns moments later. The brush parts, and the matriarch appears. She rushes to her calf, sniffing him, wrapping her trunk protectively around him. The other elephants form a circle. The king cobra, now hidden once more in the tall grass, disappears from view. Nature doesn't always favor the strong, but it often rewards the smart, the quick, and the lucky. Final reflections. Who won? So, who won the battle? The king cobra struck twice but failed to land a deadly bite. The baby elephant escaped but not without injury. In truth, both survived, and in nature, survival is the only true victory. This encounter teaches us, even the largest animals are vulnerable. Even the deadliest predators can fail. Intelligence, memory, and instinct save lives. And sometimes, a loud cry for help makes all the difference. Bonus segment. Did you know? Did you know a king cobra's venom can kill an adult human in under 30 minutes? Elephants can remember water sources from over 30 miles away. Baby elephants suck their trunks for comfort, like human babies suck thumbs. King cobras build nests. The only snake known to do so. Wildlife is endlessly fascinating and full of surprises. Ending call to action. If you found this story exciting, educational, or heart-pounding, forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and comment. Would you run or fight if you met a king cobra? Thank you for watching. Stay wild, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode. Only on this channel. Goodbye for now. In today's matchup, we put two very dangerous and powerful fighters in the ring. Both of these animals are very aggressive and are not afraid to take on prey much larger than themselves. They are both apex predators in their own right, and are perfectly adapted to take on just about anything. So who will win this matchup? Will it be the deadly venomous king cobra or the insanely aggressive jaguar? Let's find out. The king cobra is one of the most feared snakes in the world. It's huge, extremely venomous, and has a bite that can kill 10 humans within seconds. When threatened, the king cobra rears up on its hind legs and hisses loudly to warn off the danger. If the threat persists, they spit venom into their attacker's eyes, which can cause blindness. And if that doesn't work, they attack by sinking their sharp fangs deep into their victim and injecting them with their venom. On the other hand, the jaguar is one of the most aggressive big cats and is known for taking on prey multiple times its size. Jaguars are also incredibly fast, powerful, and agile. They rely on their incredible jumping abilities and powerful jaws to capture prey. They are excellent swimmers and can easily take down prey in or out of the water. They use a combination of their agility, speed, and strength to overpower their prey. Once they have their prey secured, they use their sharp teeth to deliver a killing bite. Although the cobra's venom is deadly, it is slow-acting. This means that if the jaguar manages to land a few solid hits on the cobra, it could be enough to take down the snake before the venom takes effect. However, if the cobra manages to land a hit on the jaguar, then it could be lights out for the big cat. If the cobra tries to flee from the jaguar, it might be difficult because the jaguar is such an excellent jumper. The jaguar could easily leap over the cobra and continue attacking. Also, the cobra's main form of defense is its venom, but the jaguar is immune to snake venom, so this wouldn't be much of a problem for the big cat. Jaguars are built for ambushing prey. Their stealthy nature allows them to get close to their target without being detected. Once they have their target in sight, they rely on their incredible jumping abilities and powerful jaws to take down their prey. They are excellent swimmers and can easily take down prey in or out of the water. They use a combination of their agility, speed, and strength to overpower their prey. Once they have their prey secured, they use their sharp teeth to deliver a killing bite. King cobras are known for their aggressive behavior when confronted with potential threats. They often display their hostility through a wide variety of vocalizations, including hisses, rattles, and even spits. These sounds serve as a warning to potential predators, giving them an opportunity to reconsider targeting the snake. In addition to their auditory cues, king cobras also utilize visual displays to communicate their aggression. They may coil their bodies, flatten their heads, and spread their hoods in an attempt to appear larger and more intimidating to perceived threats. These visual cues are important for communicating the snake's readiness to defend itself and deter potential predators. Despite their reputation for being aggressive, king cobras are generally not considered to be overly territorial animals. Rather, their defensive aggression is usually triggered by perceived threats or disturbances rather than a proactive desire to engage in conflict. Jaguars are well known for their incredible jumping ability. They are capable of leaping up to 20 feet in a single bound, which makes them one of the most agile big cats in the world. This ability allows them to pursue agile prey such as monkeys through trees with ease. Furthermore, jaguars are strong swimmers and are capable of catching prey in rivers and swamps. Their jumping ability enables them to exit the water and maneuver through dense vegetation with relative ease. Their exceptional jumping skills also make them formidable hunters on land where they can jump over logs and bushes in pursuit of their prey. Overall, jaguars' impressive jumping abilities make them true marvels of the natural world and formidable predators in both aquatic and terrestrial habitats. So let's go ahead and get this fight started. But first, a word from today's sponsor. When the bell rings, the cobra immediately strikes. He launches himself at the jaguar and sinks his sharp fangs into the side of the jaguar's head. The jaguar recoils in pain as the venom from the cobra starts to take effect. But the jaguar is a tough animal and shakes off the pain and retaliates with a powerful swipe of his paw. The cobra dodges the blow, but it's clear that he's in trouble. The jaguar is too quick and powerful for the cobra to handle. The cobra tries to flee, but the jaguar is faster and jumps in front of the cobra, blocking his path. The jaguar lunges and bites down on the cobra's head. The cobra struggles, but the jaguar's bite is too strong and he quickly overpowers the snake. The jaguar lets out a victorious roar as he has defeated the king cobra. Our winner is the jaguar. We hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as we did. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more interesting animal videos. Thanks for watching. See ya next time. Jaguars are well known for their powerful bite force, which can reach up to 1,000 pounds per square inch. This is due to the strength of their jaw muscles and the structure of their teeth. Their teeth are designed for crushing and tearing through flesh with ease. For example, their canine teeth are long and sharp, while their premolars and molars are short and sturdy. This allows them to grip and slice through prey with ease. Jaguars also have a specialized skull that is particularly strong and flexible, which allows for greater force to be generated during biting. Additionally, their bite is not only powerful, but also very precise. They can control the amount of force they exert while biting, allowing them to inflict maximum damage without breaking their teeth. This is useful when hunting prey as they can bite and hold on to their prey without causing any damage to themselves. Overall, the jaguar's powerful bite is a testament to their status as one of the most feared predators in the world. In the world of snakes, the king cobra reigns supreme. It is the longest venomous snake in the world, reaching lengths of up to 18 feet. Its hood can expand to a whopping 9 feet when threatened, making it one of the most intimidating snakes out there. Not only is it physically imposing, but the king cobra is also incredibly aggressive. It is known to actively pursue its prey and is not afraid to attack large animals such as water buffalo and even elephants. Its venom is incredibly potent, containing neurotoxins that can paralyze their victims in a matter of minutes. The king cobra is truly a formidable predator and rightfully earns its title as the king of snakes. But what makes the king cobra so aggressive? Well, it has everything to do with its survival instincts. You see, the king cobra is a highly sought-after predator, meaning that it's constantly being targeted by other predators such as eagles and large snakes, like pythons. To defend itself against these threats, the king cobra has evolved to be incredibly aggressive and confrontational. They don't back down from fights and will take on any threat head-on. This attitude is what makes the king cobra so dangerous and has earned it the reputation of being one of the most venomous snakes in the world. But despite its fearsome reputation, the king cobra is actually a very intelligent creature. They are known for their problem-solving abilities and have been observed using tools in the wild. Yes, you heard that right. Snakes using tools. It's true. King cobras have been seen using leaves and twigs to help them catch their prey. They are also capable of learning and can be trained to recognize their owners and even perform simple tricks. So, while the king cobra may be an incredibly aggressive and dangerous creature, it's also a highly intelligent one. And that's why. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more interesting animal videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time. When we think of the most powerful animals in the world, images of mighty lions, enormous elephants and colossal blue whales often come to mind. However, there's another contender that might surprise you, the humble jaguar. But how many animals are strong among the jaguars? Let's find out. Jaguars are the third largest cat species in the world after lions and tigers. They're known for their incredible strength and power, which have made them feared and respected by humans and other animals alike. But just how strong is a jaguar? To answer this question, we need to take a closer look at what makes a jaguar a formidable predator. One of the most impressive things about jaguars is their bite force. In fact, they have the strongest bite of any cat species. Their bite force is estimated to be between 1,000 and 2,000 pounds per square inch side, which is around 3 times greater than the bite force of a lion. This means that jaguars can easily kill prey such as tapirs, capybara, deer, and reptiles with a single bite. Another factor that contributes to a jaguar's strength is its agility and flexibility. Jaguars are incredibly nimble and graceful creatures, which allows them to stalk their prey with ease. They can jump over obstacles up to 2 meters high and 3 meters wide, which is impressive considering their size. This also means that they can attack from different angles and catch their prey off guard. Jaguars are also known for their thick and luxurious fur, which helps to protect them from injury while fighting other animals. The fur is particularly dense on the areas of the body that are most vulnerable to attacks from other animals, such as the belly and the chest. This means that when two jaguars fight, the fur acts as a kind of natural armor, reducing the risk of serious injury. But what about the number of jaguars that are strong? According to National Geographic, a jaguar's strength can vary depending on a number of factors, including age, sex, and location. On average, male jaguars are larger than females and are stronger, too. Jaguars living in South America tend to be smaller than those in North America, but they're also more numerous. As for the number of jaguars that are considered strong, it's difficult to say for sure. Strength can be measured in different ways, such as bite force, agility, or hunting skills. However, according to some experts, around 90% of jaguars are considered strong, with the remaining 10% being either too young or too old to be truly powerful predators. While jaguars are generally solitary creatures, they do sometimes come into conflict with each other, especially when competing for food or territory. During these conflicts, the size and strength of each jaguar plays a crucial role in determining the outcome of the fight. Generally, the larger and stronger the jaguar, the more likely it is to win a fight. However, even smaller jaguars can hold their own if they're agile and have a strong bite. Ultimately, the outcome of a fight between two jaguars depends on a complex interplay of factors, including their size, strength, agility, and fighting skills. In addition to their strength, jaguars are also incredibly adaptable creatures. They can thrive in a variety of habitats, from tropical rainforests to grasslands and swamps. This adaptability has allowed them to become one of the most successful and widespread big cats in the Americas. Unfortunately, despite their strength and adaptability, jaguars are currently listed as near threatened by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Habitat loss due to deforestation and human encroachment is one of the main threats to jaguar populations. Jaguars are also sometimes hunted for their fur or killed as a result of human-wildlife conflict, when they come into conflict with humans over livestock or pets. If you like our videos, please support us, and let us know in the comments below how many animals you think are strong among the jaguars. Thanks for watching. See ya. Welcome to my channel. Today, we dive into one of nature's most unexpected encounters. King Cobra vs. Mouse. Who is the winner? At first glance, this battle may seem one-sided, but the truth behind these creatures and their survival strategies is more fascinating than you might expect. Let's explore their strengths, weaknesses, and the surprising outcome of such a wild face-off. The King Cobra, the deadly serpent ruler. The King Cobra Ophiophagus hana is the world's longest venomous snake, growing up to 18 feet 5.5 meters long. It is feared not just for its size, but for its potent neurotoxic venom and intelligent hunting behavior. found primarily in the forests of India, Southeast Asia, and parts of Indonesia. The king cobra feeds mostly on other snakes, even venomous ones like kraits and smaller cobras. King cobra strengths: deadly venom. Its venom attacks the nervous system, causing paralysis or death in a matter of minutes. Incredible size. Towering over most of its prey, it can raise 1/3 of its body off the ground, making it a terrifying predator. Exceptional senses. It uses its forked tongue and Jacobson his organ to smell chemical cues from prey. Intelligence. King cobras have shown signs of territorial behavior and even parental care among snakes. Despite all this power, it's important to remember, the king cobra does not waste its energy on small, insignificant threats. Its diet is specialized, and unless provoked or cornered, it will likely ignore small animals like mice. The mouse, the tiny trickster. On the opposite end of the scale, we have the humble mouse. Small, furry, and often underestimated. There are many species of mice, but most are agile, nocturnal creatures that use their quick reflexes and burrowing ability to avoid predators. Mouse strengths: speed and agility. Mice can dart, leap, and squeeze into tight spaces to evade larger predators. Instincts and awareness. Their large ears and sensitive whiskers help them detect vibrations and approaching danger. Reproductive power. Mice reproduce rapidly, making their population hard to control. Survival skills. Mice are excellent at hiding, climbing, and navigating difficult terrain. A mouse may not have venom, fangs, or raw power, but it has survival on its side. In the animal kingdom, evasion can be more effective than confrontation. King cobra versus mouse. The encounter. So what happens if these two meet? Let's imagine two scenarios. Scenario 1. The cobra is hunting. If a king cobra is actively searching for food and comes across a mouse, it might ignore it entirely. Mice are not typical prey for king cobras. They prefer snakes, lizards, and sometimes birds. However, in rare cases, especially when food is scarce, a cobra may strike at small mammals. In this case, the cobra strikes with lightning speed. The venom is overkill. The mouse will succumb in seconds. The mouse, despite its speed, won't outrun a cobra once targeted. Winner king cobra in pure power. There's no competition. Scenario 2. The mouse is in defensive survival mode. Let's flip the script. What if the mouse isn't prey but an uninvited guest in the cobra's burrow? Or perhaps it's a curious mouse that stumbles across the snake by accident. Here, the outcome might surprise you. The mouse could escape undetected, relying on stealth and quick movements. If the mouse senses danger first, it will bolt for cover, possibly avoiding the snake entirely. If the snake is resting or uninterested, not hungry or threatened, it might let the mouse pass. In this case, the mouse wins by not becoming prey. It uses its superior agility and environmental awareness to live another day. Winner mouse, by strategy and survival instinct. Symbolism and lessons from the matchup. Interestingly, this matchup mirrors many life lessons and symbolic ideas. Brains over brawn. Sometimes, cleverness and caution win over strength. Dante pick, unnecessary fights. The king cobra doesn't attack unless there is a reason. It's selective and efficient, something we can all learn from. Adaptability is key to survival. Mice thrive across every continent except Antarctica. Despite being prey, they dominate in numbers through agility and resilience. Scientific observations. Zoologists rarely report king cobras preying on mice. More commonly, mice may share a habitat with snakes, especially in agricultural or forested areas. There are documented cases of mice living in snake enclosures in captivity for weeks without harm, as long as the snake isn't hungry. In research labs, mice are sometimes used to test venom potency, but that's in controlled environments. King cobras are fed larger prey items, and small rodents like mice are beneath their typical food chain. So in the wild, unless hunger drives the cobra to an unusual decision, a mouse is usually safe by simply staying unnoticed. Could a mouse ever defeat a cobra? In terms of raw combat, no. But let's explore some unusual possibilities. 1. Disease or poisoned bait. If a mouse carries disease or has ingested poison, and the cobra consumes it unknowingly, it could get sick or even die. This is indirect but still a win for the mouse, posthumously. 2. Nest destruction. Mice often chew on things including wires, materials, or food supplies. If a mouse invades a cobra's habitat and damages it, it might force the snake to relocate. In a way, the mouse indirectly wins by causing disruption. 3. Teamwork. In some cases, groups of mice have been observed attacking or chasing away snakes to protect their nest or territory. Though rare, it's a reminder that size isn't everything when instincts kick in. Final verdict. Who is the winner? If we're talking about a 1-on-1 physical fight, the king cobra wins, without question. One strike is enough. The cobra's venom would kill a mouse nearly instantly. But if the challenge is survival, adaptability, and escaping danger, then the mouse proves to be a worthy underdog. Its agility, caution, and quick wit allow it to survive encounters that should kill it. So who is the winner? In combat, the king cobra. In survival, the mouse. It's not always about who's stronger, but who's smarter and faster when it counts. Conclusion: thank you for watching and exploring this wild hypothetical showdown with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your animal lover friends. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to cover. Next may be mongoose versus cobra or eagle versus python. Until next time, stay curious and remember, in nature, even the smallest creature can have the biggest impact. If you've been following our channel for some time, then you're likely familiar with the fact that we love bringing you all the most exciting and videos of animals fighting other animals. And today's no different. We've got a very special treat for you all. A tiny little mouse takes on one of the most venomous snakes in the world, a king cobra. But before we get into it, remember to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Although mice are tiny creatures, they can be ferocious fighters when they have to be. When threatened, these rodents will often fight back, even if their opponent seems much larger than them. This is exactly what we see in this clip, where a small brown mouse finds itself face to face with a giant snake. While snakes and rats aren't known to share a friendly relationship, these two clearly don't hate each other. If anything, the snake seems to be showing the rat a bit of kindness. However, this doesn't last long, and soon after, things take a turn for the worse, and the snake strikes out at the mouse. But the mouse then runs up the tree, and the snake follows. It's not clear why the snake decides to attack the mouse in the first place. Perhaps it was feeling hungry, or maybe it just wanted to scare the mouse away. Either way, the snake quickly realizes that the mouse is not going to be an easy meal, and eventually gives up the chase. For those who don't know, king cobras are among the most dangerous snakes in the world. They're responsible for thousands of deaths each year, and their venom is incredibly potent. That being said, there have been instances where people have survived being bitten by a king cobra. It all depends on how quickly you can get antivenom. After being bitten, king cobras are found in a variety of habitats throughout Asia, and they typically feed on rodents, birds, and other small animals. They are also known for their ability to spit venom from their fangs, and this is likely how they take down their prey. Once a king cobra has injected its venom into its victim, it can quickly cause paralysis, which can lead to death within hours. In this clip, however, the king cobra does not appear to be spitting venom. Instead, it seems to be trying to bite the mouse with its fangs. Even if the mouse manages to dodge the initial bite, the snake's venom can still enter its body through the wound. King cobras are also known for their incredible size. They can grow up to 18 feet long and weigh over 200 pounds. While most king cobras are not this big, there are plenty of cases where they reach lengths of 10 to 12 feet. In this clip, the king cobra is definitely not at its maximum length, but it's still much longer than the mouse it's facing off against. Despite the snake's size advantage, the mouse is still able to hold its own. As the fight continues, the mouse can be seen biting and clawing at the snake, trying to inflict as much damage as possible. Given the mouse's size, it's unlikely that its bites and scratches are causing any real harm to the snake. However, they may be distracting the snake and making it easier for the mouse to escape. Rodents have sharp claws and teeth that they use for digging and climbing. They can also bite with surprising force, although it's usually only enough to break human skin. Against a snake, however, the mouse's claws and teeth may be more effective. The snake scales can be damaged, allowing the mouse to get a better grip on the snake's body. The mouse could then use its teeth to bite the snake, inflicting serious damage. Snakes are cold-blooded creatures, which means they rely on external sources of heat to regulate their body temperature. This makes them vulnerable to changes in temperature, and they are often unable to cool themselves down when they become overheated. The mouse, on the other hand, is a warm-blooded creature, which means it can regulate its own body temperature. This allows the mouse to stay active in a wide range of temperatures and gives it an advantage over the snake. The mouse's agility is also a major factor in this fight. Mice are incredibly quick and nimble creatures, and they are able to move in ways that the snake simply cannot. For example, the mouse can easily navigate the branches of the tree, while the snake is forced to slither along the ground. This allows the mouse to stay out of reach of the snake's fangs and claws. Snakes typically have two sets of claws, one at the tip of each of their jaws. These claws are used for gripping their prey and inflicting damage. Snakes also have sharp, pointed teeth that they use for biting and holding onto their prey. In contrast, mice have small claws at the end of each of their toes. These claws are used for climbing and digging, but they're not as sharp or dangerous as the claws of a snake. Mice do have incisors, however, which are sharp teeth that they use for cutting and gnawing. These teeth are located in the front of the mouth and are perfect for biting and holding onto things. When it comes to fighting a snake, the mouse's agility and speed are its greatest asset. The mouse is able to dodge the snake's attacks and strike back with its own teeth and claws. The mouse also knows how to use its environment to its advantage, such as by climbing up a tree to escape the snake. Ultimately, it's the mouse's agility and determination that allows it to survive against the much larger and more powerful snake. We've seen many clips of mice fighting snakes, and they always seem to come out on top. Although the snake may be bigger and stronger, the mouse is simply too quick and agile for the snake to handle. The snake's size may be its biggest weakness, making it an easy target for the mouse. As we saw in this clip, the mouse was able to evade the snake's attacks and strike back when it had the opportunity. The mouse's quick reflexes and agility allowed it to dodge the snake's bites and claws, which could have easily ended the fight in the snake's favor. In addition, the mouse's small size allowed it to climb up the tree and escape the snake. The snake was unable to follow the mouse up the tree because it was too big and bulky. This highlights another advantage that the mouse had in this fight. Overall, it's clear that the mouse was the superior fighter in this matchup. It was able to use its agility, speed, and determination to outsmart the much larger snake and come out on top. In the end, the mouse's determination to survive was the deciding factor in this fight. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, the mouse refused to give up. It fought back against the snake and used every trick it had up its sleeve to stay alive. This determination ultimately paid off, and the mouse was able to make it out of the fight alive. The mouse's fighting spirit is something we can all learn from. No matter how tough the odds may seem, it's important to never give up and to always keep fighting for what we believe in. What did you think of the video? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. In today's matchup, we have an extremely deadly mix between two animals that are both very powerful in their own ways. When these two get into a fight, it could be a slaughterfest, or it could be one of the most epic battles ever witnessed. That's right, today we find out what would happen if a king cobra fought with a giant gorilla. The king cobra, also known as the Cape cobra, is a highly venomous snake found in the jungles of South Asia. The name king cobra comes from the fact that this snake has a hood like a king's robe. In addition to its large size, this snake can stand up straight, which only adds to its imposing stature. King cobras are not only among the longest venomous snakes, but they are also among the largest snakes in the world. On average, adult king cobras measure 12 feet long and weigh around 6 pounds. However, there have been numerous reports of larger specimens captured in the wild. According to records, the longest snake ever measured was a 18-foot 9-inch king cobra shot in Thailand. All in all, the king cobra is a very impressive reptile, and its looks alone can scare anyone who encounters one in the wild. King cobras can be easily recognized by their distinct hood, which is formed by elongated scales on their neck. Unlike other snakes, which rely on camouflage to sneak up on prey, king cobras employ intimidation displays to scare off potential predators. When threatened, these snakes flatten their heads and spread their hoods, making themselves look much larger than they actually are. Additionally, they raise their bodies off the ground and vibrate their tails in order to amplify the threat display. If the display fails to scare off the predator, king cobras resort to biting. Their venom is primarily composed of neurotoxins that cause paralysis and death. King cobras are capable of injecting a lethal dose of venom into their victims through their hollow fangs. This venom can kill humans within minutes, making them one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. Despite their fearsome reputation, king cobras play an important role in the ecosystem by preying on rodents and other small animals. They are also popular in the pet trade, where they are kept by experienced handlers with proper care. King cobras can live for up to 30 years in captivity. Now let's take a look at the giant gorilla. Gorillas are the largest living primates and are known for their strength and intelligence. These apes typically weigh between 300 and 500 pounds and stand up to 6 feet tall when upright. Gorillas are herbivores and spend their days eating and socializing. Despite their imposing size, gorillas are gentle giants and rarely attack humans unless provoked. They are known for their strength and have been recorded lifting heavy objects and boulders. Gorillas are also highly intelligent and have been observed using tools in the wild. They typically live in groups of up to 30 individuals and are active during the day. Gorillas are endangered due to habitat loss and poaching. However, conservation efforts are underway to protect these magnificent creatures. The giant gorilla is a subspecies of the eastern gorilla that is known for its large size and aggressive behavior. These gorillas typically weigh between 300 and 500 pounds and stand up to 6 feet tall when upright. They are known for their strength and have been recorded lifting heavy objects and boulders. However, despite their size and strength, giant gorillas are gentle giants and rarely attack humans unless provoked. They are herbivores and spend their days eating and socializing. Giant gorillas are highly intelligent and have been observed using tools in the wild. They typically live in groups of up to 30 individuals and are active during the day. Despite their size and strength, giant gorillas are gentle giants and rarely attack humans unless provoked. They are herbivores and spend their days eating and socializing. Giant gorillas are highly intelligent and have been observed using tools in the wild. They typically live in groups of up to 30 individuals and are active during the day. Giant gorillas are endangered due to habitat loss and poaching. However, conservation efforts are underway to protect these magnificent creatures. So now that we know a little about our two fighters, it's time to let them loose in the ring and see how things play out. But first, a quick reminder to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our exciting matchups in the future. As the fight begins, the king cobra strikes first. It darts forward and sinks its fangs into the gorilla's leg. The gorilla roars in pain and shakes its leg violently in an attempt to dislodge the snake. But the king cobra holds on tight. It injects its venom into the gorilla's bloodstream. The venom takes effect quickly, and the gorilla begins to feel numbness in its leg. As the snake continues to bite the gorilla, the venom spreads throughout the body. The gorilla becomes weaker and eventually collapses to the ground. The king cobra has won the fight, but it's not without its own injuries. The gorilla's claws have torn into its body, and the snake is bleeding profusely. Despite its wounds, the king cobra is victorious and slithers away from the fallen gorilla. Who do you think will win the fight? Let us know your thoughts below. We can't wait to hear what you have to say. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Now, let's move on to the next matchup. In this corner, we have the brown bear, a large and powerful creature known for its strength and ferocity. Standing up to 8 feet tall and weighing over 1,000 pounds, this massive bear is a formidable opponent. In the other corner, we have the African elephant, the largest land mammal on the planet. Standing up to 13 feet tall and weighing over 6 tons, this behemoth is truly a giant. So who will win this epic matchup? Will it be the fierce brown bear or the colossal African elephant? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Standing at nearly 7 feet tall and weighing over 1,000 pounds, the brown bear is a force to be reckoned with. Its thick fur and massive paws make it perfectly adapted for its environment, allowing it to roam through forests with ease. But its size and strength aren't the only things that make the brown bear such a formidable opponent. These bears are also incredibly agile, able to run up to 30 miles per hour and climb trees with ease. They're also excellent swimmers, which allows them to catch fish and other prey. Brown bears have been known to eat almost anything, including berries, grass, nuts, fish, deer, elk, and even polar bears. No animal is safe from the wrath of a hungry brown bear. But the African elephant is no slouch either. At 13 feet tall and weighing over 6 tons, it's the largest land mammal on the planet. Its tusks can grow up to 10 feet long, and its trunk can lift objects weighing over 700 pounds. African elephants are herbivores, but don't let that fool you. They can trample anything in their path, including lions, hyenas, and even crocodiles. They're also incredibly smart, able to communicate over distances of 6 miles and recognize themselves in the mirror. So who will win this matchup? The brown bear or the African elephant? The brown bear is certainly a formidable opponent, but the African elephant is just too big and too strong. Its tusks could easily pierce the bear's thick skin, and its trunk could pick the bear up and toss it around like a rag doll. Plus, the elephant's sheer size and weight would make it difficult for the bear to get a grip on it. In short, the African elephant is just too much for the brown bear to handle. The elephant wins this matchup with ease. What do you think? Do you agree that the African elephant will win this matchup? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Now let's move on to the next matchup. Coming in hot is the American alligator, a true reptile superstar. This massive predator can reach lengths of over 15 feet and weigh in at a whopping 1,000 pounds. Its powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth make it a fearsome sight to behold, as it can easily tear through flesh and bone. But the American alligator isn't just a mindless killing machine. It's also incredibly intelligent and can plan its attacks in advance. It can also regulate its body temperature by basking in the sun or seeking shade, making it one of the most adaptable predators out there. Our next fighter is no slouch either. The Bengal tiger is a majestic and powerful creature that can weigh up to 670 pounds and measure over 10 feet in length. With its thick orange fur and black stripes, this big cat is a true work of art. It's also one of the most efficient hunters on the planet, capable of taking down prey as large as a water buffalo in just minutes. But the Bengal tiger's strength doesn't just come from its physical prowess. It also has a keen intellect and can use its senses to great effect when hunting. So who will win this ultimate showdown? The American alligator or the Bengal tiger? While the alligator is undoubtedly a fearsome predator, the Bengal tiger's combination of size, strength, and intelligence gives it the edge in this matchup. The tiger's powerful paws and sharp claws can inflict serious damage on the alligator, and its ability to maneuver quickly and silently means that the alligator will never see it coming. The tiger's thick fur may also offer some protection against the alligator's powerful jaws and teeth. In short, the Bengal tiger is just too much for the American alligator to handle. The tiger wins this matchup with ease. What do you think? Do you agree that the Bengal tiger will win this matchup? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Now let's move on to the next matchup. The giant gorilla vs. the king cobra. Who would win? The giant gorilla is one of the largest primates on the planet. But can it defeat the dangerous king cobra? Let's find out. The giant gorilla is an extremely muscular primate with immense physical strength. It has sharp claws and teeth that can inflict serious damage on its opponents. Its thick fur may provide some protection against snake bites, but it's not completely impenetrable. The giant gorilla also has powerful arms that can smash through trees and crush bones. Despite its size and strength, the giant gorilla is agile and can move surprisingly fast when needed. It can jump over tall objects and navigate through dense vegetation with ease. The giant gorilla is a highly intelligent animal and is known for its problem-solving abilities. It can use tools and is capable of complex social interactions. Despite its strength and intelligence, the giant gorilla can be a gentle giant and is mostly herbivorous. However, it will not hesitate to use its power to defend itself if provoked. The king cobra is a highly venomous snake that is known for its aggressive behavior. It has hollow fangs that can inject venom into its prey, and its venom is one of the most potent toxins in the world. The king cobra is also very large, reaching up to 18 feet in length. It's incredibly flexible and can strike with lightning-fast speed. The snake's hood can expand to several times its normal size, making it appear even more threatening. Despite its size and venom, the king cobra is surprisingly agile and can move through dense underbrush without being seen. It's also an ambush predator, preferring to wait until it's close to its prey before striking. When attacked, the king cobra will often spit venom into its attacker's face, which can cause blindness or death. If that doesn't work, the snake will coil itself around its victim and constrict until it suffocates. So let's see how this would go down. Both the giant gorilla and the king cobra are incredibly powerful in their own ways. The gorilla has the advantage of size and strength, while the cobra has the ability to deliver a deadly venom. The outcome of this battle would depend on a number of factors, including the size and experience of each animal, as well as the terrain where the fight takes place. If the battle takes place in the jungle, the cobra may have the advantage as it's more likely to be lurking in the trees. Its camouflage would make it difficult for the gorilla to spot the snake. Until it was too late, the cobra could then strike the gorilla with its fangs and inject a lethal dose of venom. Even if the gorilla manages to shake off the snake, the venom would still be in its system and would eventually lead to paralysis and death. However, if the battle takes place in an open area, the gorilla would have the advantage. It would be able to spot the cobra from a distance and avoid being ambushed. Once the two animals are face to face, the gorilla's size and strength would be too much for the cobra to handle. The gorilla could easily smash the snake's head and kill it instantly. Another factor that could influence the outcome of this battle is the level of experience of each animal. A more experienced gorilla would be less likely to be fooled by the cobra's camouflage or its threatening displays. It would also know how to fight back against the snake and protect itself from its deadly venom. Similarly, a more experienced cobra would be less likely to engage in a fight that it knows it could win. It would be able to assess the situation quickly and escape before the gorilla could do any damage. Ultimately, the winner of this battle would be the one who is more experienced, more agile, and able to use its strengths to its advantage. While both the giant gorilla and the king cobra are incredibly powerful, the gorilla's size and strength would likely give it the edge it needs to win the fight. But what do you think? Do you think the giant gorilla could defeat the king cobra, or would the cobra's venom prove to be too much for the giant gorilla? Let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting animal battles. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more interesting matchups between animals, stay tuned for more content. We'll be sure to have more epic battles for you to enjoy. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Which animal do you think would win in a battle between a giant gorilla and a king cobra? Vote in the comments section below. Let's see which side has the most votes at the end of the day. Your vote counts, so make it count. A king cobra attacks a wildcat and you won't believe what happens next. The world is full of amazing animals, and sometimes these animals can surprise us in ways that we never imagined they could. In today's video, we are going to find out if a cat can fight and defeat a king cobra. If you like this kind of content, stay tuned for more. King cobras are one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Their venom is extremely toxic, and just a single bite from this snake can kill 10 men. King cobras are also one of the largest snakes in the world. They can grow up to 18 feet long, which is absolutely massive. Now, it might seem like an easy decision for us to say that no cat would be able to defeat a king cobra, but that's not necessarily the case. Cats are known for being fierce fighters, and they will defend themselves against much larger animals if they feel threatened. So it is possible that a cat could take on a king cobra and win. However, it would be very difficult, and there's no guarantee that the cat would survive. In order to answer this question, we need to consider both the cat and the cobra. We'll start with the cat. There are many different breeds of cats, but they all have certain characteristics that make them such great fighters. First, cats have sharp claws and teeth that they use for hunting and defense. They also have excellent night vision and hearing, which makes them very good at spotting danger and sneaking up on their prey. In addition, cats are very agile and can jump and climb very well, which allows them to escape from dangerous situations or get the upper hand on their opponent. Finally, cats are also very strong for their size and have powerful jaws that they use for biting and holding on to their prey. All of these characteristics make cats very efficient hunters and formidable opponents. Now let's take a look at the king cobra. As we mentioned before, these snakes are huge and venomous, which gives them a significant advantage over their opponents. Their size and strength allow them to overpower their prey quickly, while their venom ensures that their opponents won't be able to fight back for long. In addition, cobras are also very agile and can move quickly and strike with lightning speed. This means that cats who try to take them on will need to be very quick and nimble to avoid being bitten. Despite the difficulties, there are some situations where a cat may be able to defeat a king cobra. One possibility is that the cat could avoid getting bitten by the snake. This wouldn't be easy, as cobras are very quick and agile, but it is possible. If the cat is able to dodge the snake's bites, it could then try to attack the cobra's head. The head is the most vulnerable part of a snake's body, and attacking it could kill the cobra before it has a chance to bite back. Of course, this would be very risky, as it would require the cat to get very close to the snake's mouth, but it is a possibility. Another option for the cat would be to go for the cobra's eyes. The eyes are another vulnerable spot for snakes, and attacking them could cause the cobra to become disoriented and easier to defeat. This would still be very dangerous, as the cobra could bite the cat while it is trying to attack its eyes, but it is another potential strategy for a victorious outcome. It is also worth mentioning that some cats have special abilities that could help them in a fight against a cobra. For example, the Manx cat breed is known for its resistance to snakebite. This means that a cat of this breed may be able to fight back against a cobra without being poisoned. While other breeds may have natural abilities that make them better fighters, it is important to remember that each cat is an individual in its size. Strength and fighting ability will depend on a variety of factors, including its genetics, environment, and overall health. But what if the snake attacks the cat first? Well, if the king cobra strikes the cat before it has a chance to prepare itself, things will be much more difficult for the feline. The cobra's venom is extremely potent, and just a single bite can be fatal. This means that the cat will need to act quickly if it wants to survive. If the cat is bitten by the cobra, it will need to get to a vet as fast as possible in order to receive the sooner this is done, the better chance the cat has of surviving. The cat will need to be monitored closely for any signs of distress, and supportive care will be needed. If the cat does survive, it will need to be kept calm and quiet in order to prevent further complications. If the cat is lucky enough to receive medical attention immediately after being bitten, it may be able to make a full recovery. However, even with treatment, there is no guarantee that the cat will survive. Ultimately, the outcome of the fight will depend on a number of factors, including the severity of the snakebite, the cat's overall health, and the availability of veterinary care. We know that cats are great at taking down prey that is larger than themselves. Some of our viewers might be thinking, why don't we just put a cat and a king cobra in a cage together and see what happens? Well, we can learn a lot about animal behavior by observing what happens when two animals are put together in a zoo, but we cannot do this with a king cobra and a cat. King cobras are highly venomous, and their venom is deadly to humans. So it would be extremely dangerous to put a cat and a king cobra in a cage together. It's just not worth risking the life of the cat or any other animals that may come into contact with the snake. Additionally, king cobras are also very aggressive and territorial. They are known to attack anything that enters their space, which could include other animals or even humans. Putting a cat in a cage with a king cobra would be cruel and inhumane because the cat would be constantly at risk of being bitten and killed. It would also cause the cat extreme stress and suffering. Therefore, it is unethical and dangerous to put a cat and a king cobra in a cage together. In conclusion, while it is theoretically possible for a cat to defeat a king cobra, it would be very difficult and dangerous for the cat. The cobra's size, strength, and venom give it a significant advantage in a fight, and even a small mistake by the cat could be fatal. If the cobra strikes the cat before it has a chance to defend itself, the cat will need to get to a vet as fast as possible in order to survive. Even with treatment, there is no guarantee that the cat will live through the encounter. Ultimately, the outcome of the fight will depend on a number of factors, including the severity of the snakebite, the cat's overall health, and the availability of veterinary care. While cats are amazing hunters and can take down prey much larger than themselves, king cobras are just too dangerous and powerful for even the most skilled cat to handle. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Can you think of any reason why a cat could defeat a king cobra? If so, share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more incredible content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. If you've ever wondered what would happen if a cat were to face off against a snake like a king cobra, then you are in for a treat. This little ginger kitty is not afraid of anything and will take on a king cobra without hesitation. You have to see this epic fight between them to believe it actually happened. The video has gone viral with over 2 million views, and for good reason. Keep watching to find out why. The first time we see this fearless cat, he is stalking his prey. He sees a big snake and immediately begins to chase after it, and it looks like the cat already knows that this is going to be a hard fight because he calls for backup. The mom cat comes running at the sound of her baby's distress call. She immediately begins to attack the snake as well. They work together to try to kill the serpent. However, this is no ordinary snake. It is a highly venomous king cobra. These snakes can grow up to 18 feet long, and they can inject a lethal amount of venom into their victims with just one bite. So even though the cats are trying their best, it doesn't look like they stand a chance. But these cats are more than happy to take the risk. After all, they are only trying to protect themselves and their family. While the two cats are attacking the snake, the cobra is trying its best to defend itself. It tries to bite the cats, but they are too quick for it. The snake is starting to get scared now, and it realizes that it is in trouble. It tries to run away, but the cats won't let it. They keep chasing it and attacking it until finally it stops moving. The cats have won the fight, but they don't know it yet. They continue to chase the snake around until they see that it is dead. Then they finally let up and take a break. The two cats look at each other and purr softly. They are proud of themselves for being able to take down such a dangerous opponent. In the video description, the owner says that the mother cat had to kill the snake in order to protect her kittens. If she didn't, the cobra could have easily killed her and her babies. The owner also said that the mother cat was very brave and that she is a hero. There is no doubt about it. The mother cat definitely saved the lives of her kittens by killing that cobra. This video is truly amazing, and it shows the power and the courage of cats. Cats are known for being independent and self-sufficient animals, but they can also be very loving and caring towards their families. The mother cat in this video is a perfect example of that. She risked her own life to protect her kittens from a deadly cobra. Ginger cats are known for being very energetic and playful, but they can also be very brave and confident. The kitten in this video is a perfect example of that. Even though he is small and weak, he is not afraid to stand up to a cobra. That takes a lot of courage and confidence. The bond between the mother cat and her kitten is unbreakable. They love each other very much, and they are always there for each other when it matters the most. When the kitten gets scared, the mother cat comforts him, and when the mother cat is in danger, the kitten is right there to help her. The way that the mother cat comforts her kitten is very interesting. She knows that he is scared and she wants to make him feel better, so she starts to groom him. Grooming is a way for cats to show affection, and it can also be a way to calm them down. The kitten seems to be enjoying the attention, and it helps to calm him down a bit. However, The mother cat knows that she needs to be strong for both of them, so she stops grooming him and gets ready to fight the snake. When the mother cat attacks the cobra, the kitten is initially scared, but then he starts to get excited. He is proud of his mother and wants to help her defeat the snake. The kitten's excitement is understandable. The cobra is a very scary opponent, and the mother cat is putting herself in danger by fighting it, but she is doing it to protect her kittens, and that is an act of true bravery. The kitten may be small, but he is learning from the best. His mother is a fierce fighter, and he will be a great hunter when he grows up. This video is not just about a brave mother cat protecting her kittens. It is also about the bond between a mother and her child. The love between the mother cat and her kitten is clear for all to see. She is willing to put her own life on the line to protect him, and he admires her for it. The kitten may be small and inexperienced, but he is learning from the best. With a mother like the ginger cat, he couldn't ask for a better teacher. When the cobra first appears, the kitten is understandably scared. It is a large and dangerous snake, and it is clear that it is a threat. However, the kitten's fear quickly turns into admiration as he watches his mother fight back. She is a skilled and determined fighter, and she doesn't seem to be afraid of the cobra at all. The kitten is proud of his mother and wants to help her in any way he can. Although he is small and may not be able to directly help in the fight, he does his best to encourage and support her. As the fight continues, the kitten becomes more and more excited. He is on the edge of his seat, so to speak, and he is eager to see his mother come out victorious. The cobra is a tough opponent, and it seems like the fight may go on for a while, but the kitten never loses faith in his mother. He knows that she is the strongest and bravest cat he knows, and he believes that she will win. In the end, the kitten's faith in his mother is rewarded. She is able to defeat the cobra and protect her kittens. The kitten is overjoyed and he runs to his mother as soon as she is victorious. He is proud of her and loves her more than anything. After the fight, the kitten is full of admiration for his mother. He has seen firsthand how strong and brave she is, and he respects her for it. He knows that he is lucky to have her as his mother, and he is grateful for her protection. The kitten learns a lot from his mother in this experience. He sees how important it is to be brave and how rewarding it is to protect those you love. He knows that he has a lot to learn, but he is eager to do so. He wants to be just like his mother when he grows up. The bond between the mother cat and her kitten is truly special. Their love and admiration for each other is clear for all to see. The mother cat is the best role model a kitten could ask for. She is strong, brave, and loving, and her kitten is lucky to have her as his mother. This video went viral for many reasons. First, the video is just plain awesome. It is amazing to see a cat fight off a snake, especially a venomous snake like a cobra. The bravery of the cats in this video is really something to behold. The way that the mother cat risks her own life to protect her kittens is touching and inspiring. It really shows the lengths that a mother will go to protect her children. Secondly, people were amazed at the skill of the cats. The way that they fight off the cobra is impressive. They are able to dodge the snake's bites and strikes, and they land their own attacks with precision. It is clear that these cats are experienced fighters and they know how to take down a cobra. Finally, the video is just plain entertaining. It is fun to watch the cats chase and fight off the snake. The video is well filmed and edited, and it is really engaging. Overall, it is an excellent example of a well-done viral video. It is both entertaining and inspiring. So what do you think? How would you feel if you saw a cobra in your yard? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Can a chicken fight and defeat a snake king? This is something that many people wonder about. The snake king is one of the most feared creatures in the animal world. They are known for their ability to take down prey much larger than themselves. So can a chicken really stand up to such a powerful opponent? Well, today we will find out. Stay tuned till the end to find out the answer to this question. Welcome back, everyone. Here at our channel, we bring you the most exciting and interesting videos that include animals. We have a variety of animal videos that include the cutest and funniest animal videos, and also some videos that are educational. Our goal is to spread awareness about these beautiful creatures and also to entertain you. If you're new here, Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our awesome videos. If you love animals, make sure to hit that like button. Now let's get into today's video. Chickens can be vicious if they need to be. Don't let their appearance fool you. While they may appear to be calm and docile birds that just want to peck around in the dirt and lay eggs, chickens can be incredibly aggressive toward other animals. This can be a problem for farmers who raise chickens for meat or eggs, as chickens can be a little challenging to handle because of their unpredictable behavior. It's not uncommon for chickens to attack humans if they feel threatened or cornered, and they can also be very aggressive towards other animals, including dogs, cats, rabbits, and other livestock. This aggression can result in injuries to both the chickens and the other animals. It's important to note that chickens aren't inherently evil, they are just trying to survive. In the wild, chickens would be at the bottom of the food chain, and would be easy prey for predators. As a result, they have evolved to be very alert and defensive. Chickens are prey animals, which means they are constantly on the lookout for danger. When they feel threatened, they will often resort to fighting in order to protect themselves. Chickens have sharp beaks and strong legs, which they use to peck and kick their opponents. They also have sharp talons that they use to scratch and hold on to things. These weapons can be very effective when used by an angry chicken. One thing that makes chickens particularly dangerous is their intelligence. Chickens are very smart animals, and they are able to learn from their experiences. They can remember what has made them feel threatened in the past and will avoid that threat in the future. They can also learn to fight back against threats. Chickens who have been attacked by predators in the past are more likely to fight back against predators in the future. Chickens are also very social animals, and they live in groups. This means that they have the opportunity to learn from each as well. Chickens who live in groups are more likely to be able to defend themselves against threats because they have the benefit of numbers and experience. In addition to their natural weapons and intelligence, chickens also have one other advantage when it comes to fighting: their size. Chickens come in a variety of shapes and sizes, but even the smallest chicken is still a pretty big bird. On average, chickens weigh between 5 and 10 pounds. That may not seem like a lot, but it is a lot for a small animal. Chickens also stand up to 3 feet tall, which gives them a height advantage over many other animals. All of these factors make chickens potentially dangerous opponents for smaller animals. But can chickens fight and defeat a snake king? First, we need to understand the strength of the snake king. Snake kings are impressive creatures known for their unique ability to consume large prey. But how big exactly are these large meals? To put it simply, snake kings eat large mammals, including antelopes, deer, and even camels. Now that's a lot of weight. In fact, the heaviest species of snake king can reach up to 180 kilograms, with females generally being larger than males. Additionally, snake kings grow up to 6 meters in length. Just imagine the trouble one could get into with a mouth that large. They use their powerful jaws to constrict and swallow their prey whole. Snake kings typically strike their prey once, then quickly swallow it whole. They do this by using their flexible jaws, which allow them to open their mouths very wide. Their teeth are also designed for catching and holding on to slippery prey. Once the prey is inside their mouth, the snake king will quickly close its mouth and begin to swallow it. The entire process happens very quickly, and the snake king is able to swallow prey much larger than itself because of its flexible digestive system. Considering the huge size and powerful jaw of the snake king, it seems quite an impossible task for a chicken to win against it. However, snakes usually swallow their prey whole, which takes a lot of time. Also, they don't usually chew their food. Snakes don't have the ability to chew their food. After swallowing their prey, they rely on their strong digestive acids to break down the flesh. This means that the snake is vulnerable while it is digesting its food. A chicken could potentially attack a snake while it is digesting and try to peck out its eyes or cut its tongue. Although this would be very difficult, it is theoretically possible. Chickens are also capable of killing snakes. There are many cases of chickens killing snakes in the wild. Chickens are able to kill snakes by pecking them repeatedly in the head. The chicken's sharp beaks can puncture the snake's skin and cause it to bleed. Eventually, the snake will become weak and die. Another advantage that the chicken has is that unlike the snake, they do chew their food. Chickens are not able to digest their food without chewing it first. Chewing helps to break down the food into smaller pieces, which makes it easier for the chicken to swallow. This is important because chickens cannot vomit. Once the chicken has swallowed food, it cannot get rid of it. Therefore, the chicken must make sure that it chews its food thoroughly before swallowing it. Otherwise, it may choke. To decide the outcome of this battle, we need to consider the strengths and weaknesses of each animal. The snake king is much bigger and stronger than the chicken, but the chicken is faster and more agile. The snake king's main weapon is its constriction, but the chicken is too small for the snake king to wrap its body around it. The snake king's teeth are another weapon, but the chicken is quick and agile enough to dodge them. The chicken's beak and claws are its main weapons, but they are not as powerful as the snake king's teeth. However, The chicken can peck out the Snake King's eyes, which will make it easier to finish off the Snake King. After weighing all the evidence, it's clear that the chicken would win this fight. The chicken's speed and agility, combined with its determination to fight back, would be too much for the Snake King to handle. The Snake King is a powerful predator, but it's no match for the feisty chicken. The chicken would peck out the Snake King's eyes, then use its claws to finish off the Snake King. The chicken would win this fight, but it would be a close one. Both animals are strong and determined, but ultimately the chicken's speed and agility would be its downfall. We've seen that chickens can fight back against threats, and they can also kill snakes. Therefore, we can say that yes, a chicken can fight and defeat a Snake King. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss out on any of our videos. We hope to see you again next time. The chicken is being hunted by the deadly King Cobra, and it has nowhere to run or hide. But then something unbelievable happens. The chicken takes on the Cobra and wins. What happened? And how did the chicken defeat such a dangerous animal? We'll find out in today's episode of Animal Logic. A lot of people still believe that chickens are just ordinary birds. They couldn't be more wrong. It turned out that chickens can fight back against even very dangerous predators. How does it happen? Let's take a look at this episode to find out. King cobras are among the most venomous snakes in the world. Their venom is incredibly fast-acting. A single bite from a snake like this can kill a person within minutes. But when a predator attacks a chicken, the situation turns out to be different. The snake got too close to its prey, and now there's no escaping it. The bird has been trapped. It's trying to get away from the danger zone, but there's no way out. The only thing left for the chicken to do is to start fighting back. It's hard to believe, but chickens really are capable of standing up to such a powerful enemy. Chickens don't have sharp teeth or strong claws like tigers or eagles, so they need to use other methods to defend themselves. When a cobra attacks, a chicken tries to peck it in the head as hard as it can. If it manages to hit the right spot, the chicken can seriously injure its opponent. These birds are also excellent at gouging out the eyes of their attackers. Once the chicken blinded the enemy, the battle is almost won. However, even this can sometimes not be enough. Sometimes a chicken has to go to extreme measures to win the fight. Our heroine knew perfectly well that she could win a fight with a cobra using her beak alone. That's why she decided to use her feet. She didn't have any weapons, so she improvised. The chicken started pecking the cobra until it fell down. Then it grabbed its tail in its beak and pulled it toward its feet. The chicken was like a boxer who was wearing boxing gloves on its paws. It dealt with the serpent as if it were a punching bag. The reptile couldn't do anything. It tried to bite the chicken, but it couldn't reach it. It could only watch helplessly as the bird dealt more and more powerful blows to it. All nature documentaries show that chickens aren't defenseless creatures. In some cases, they can stand up for themselves. This footage shows how chickens can deal with snakes. It might seem that nothing can stop the cobra. It moves very quickly, but it all depends on what exactly the snake is dealing with. A chicken can fight back much better than a mouse or rat because it doesn't panic. In such a situation, chickens try to remain calm. This behavior helps them to assess the situation and make the right decision. That's what our heroine did. She waited for the right moment and then struck. When the snake pounced on the chicken, it thought it had already won, but it was wrong. The chicken suddenly pecked it, and that was enough for it to lose its balance. It was the first mistake of the cobra. After that, everything happened very quickly. The chicken felt that the snake's grip wasn't strong enough, so it took advantage of this and tried to free itself. It managed to do that, and then it dealt a few powerful blows to the cobra. Many people think that if a cobra attacks a chicken, then the snake will definitely win, but that's not always the case. This chicken kept its cool and chose the right tactics. It acted quickly enough to inflict serious damage on the cobra. The snake got so scared that it started flapping its wings and squawking. It was probably thinking about how it would explain this situation to the other reptiles. But there would be no explanation here. The chicken continued its attack until the cobra lost consciousness. Only then did the winner calm down. Chickens live in constant fear of predators, so they develop the instinct to fight back. Some chickens have even learned to fight back against dogs. Here's another example of how a chicken can stand up for itself. Although the dog is much larger than the chicken, the bird isn't afraid. It doesn't matter to the chicken that the dog is 20 times bigger than it is. When the dog comes closer, the chicken jumps onto its back and bites its neck. It hurts the dog so much that it loses control over its hind legs. The chicken holds on tight and keeps pecking the dog in the neck. Soon, the dog can't take it anymore. It loses consciousness. No matter how big the dog is, if it falls into a trap set by a chicken, it won't be able to do anything. The chicken will just jump off, and that's it. The battle is over. You may ask, how does a small chicken know what to do against a large predator? The answer is simple. Nature made sure to give chickens such instincts. Otherwise, they wouldn't survive. This footage shows how a group of chickens chase away a dog. There are several chickens, so it's easier for them to drive away the dog. Nevertheless, each chicken tries to act independently. They don't agree on any strategy. They all act according to their own instincts. The chickens come running from all sides and surround the dog. Then they start pecking it and pulling it by the ears and legs. The dog realizes that he's in trouble and tries to run away, but the chickens keep chasing him. They want to teach the dog a lesson he won't forget, and he definitely gets the message. The dog runs away and the chickens win. Here's another example of how chickens fight back against a snake. At first glance, it seems that the cobra has the advantage. It's much bigger than the chicken. But again, we're not judging by size here. The snake's skin is very dry, so it needs to be constantly moist. Otherwise, the reptile will die. And the chicken takes advantage of this. It started pecking the cobra, and that was enough to scare it. The cobra lost its balance and fell down. The chicken continued pecking it. It probably didn't realize that it was dealing with a real cobra. Otherwise, it would have acted differently. But the chicken just kept pecking. That was all it knew how to do. And it worked. The snake lost its life right there. Now you understand that chickens really know how to defend themselves. They've developed this ability over the years of their existence. Each chicken lives in constant danger. Even if it's domesticated, that doesn't change anything. They still have the instincts of their wild relatives, and these instincts help them survive. Chickens can fight not only snakes, but also large mammals, birds, and other animals. You shouldn't underestimate these birds. Even a large animal should be careful when dealing with chickens. Otherwise, it might end up in a hospital with a broken nose and a bunch of missing feathers. And here's a bonus. Here you can see another confrontation between a chicken and a snake. The chicken is doing everything right. It's trying to stay calm. It knows that the snake is dangerous, but it's not giving up. The chicken is showing the snake who's boss. It's not letting the snake get close to it. It keeps its distance and strikes when the time is right. The snake is confused. It doesn't understand why the chicken isn't afraid of it. Maybe it thinks that chickens are just ordinary birds that can be easily defeated. But this chicken is far from ordinary. It knows how to take care of itself. And soon it will be able to prove it once again. The chicken continues to attack the snake, and that's enough to make it run away. The chicken's tactic worked. It chased the snake away and saved itself from danger. Well, that's all for today. Now you know that chickens aren't harmless birds. They can take care of themselves. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, watch another episode called Do Animals Eat After They Fight? And find out why wild animals sometimes don't eat their prey. See you soon. Bye. Welcome to my channel. Today, we dive into one of the most shocking and unpredictable wildlife encounters you could imagine. King Cobra versus goat. It may sound like an uneven match, but nature often surprises us in the most dramatic ways. Let's break down this intense showdown, explore the strengths and weaknesses of both animals, and find out what would really happen if a massive king cobra went head-to-head with a full-grown goat. Native to South and Southeast Asia, this apex predator is known for its intelligence, agility, and lethal venom. Despite its fearsome reputation, the king cobra is a reclusive creature. It prefers to avoid conflict, only attacking when provoked or threatened. The king cobra. Silent assassin of the wild, the king cobra is the world's longest venomous snake, growing up to 18 feet long, but don't let its calm demeanor fool you. The king cobra has venom powerful enough to kill an elephant in a single bite. Excellent vision that allows it to detect prey moving over 100 feet away. Goats have coexisted with snakes in many rural and mountainous regions for thousands of years. Agility and speed, especially when striking. A signature move, lifting 1/3 of its body upright, flaring its iconic hood to intimidate its enemy. When hunting, it primarily preys on other snakes, but in survival situations, it may attack birds, lizards, and small mammals. The goat, tough, brave, and surprisingly resilient. The goat might not seem like a natural opponent for a venomous snake, but don't underestimate it. Here's what the goat brings to the table. Strong legs and sharp hooves, capable of delivering powerful kicks. The muddy terrain slows movement, and the tall grasses reduce visibility. The goat is grazing peacefully. Meanwhile, the king cobra slithers silently through the wet underbrush. Suddenly, they spot each other, searching for prey or a warm place to hide. High alertness and fast reaction times, especially in unfamiliar environments. It bolts a few feet, but then, realizing its kids are nearby, it turns back, ready to defend. But when cornered or protecting its young, a goat can become aggressively defensive, charging and kicking with impressive force. Instinctive fear of snakes. which often makes goats flee quickly. The king cobra rhesus, who'd flared, its body towering a third of its full length, hissing echoes across the field. It's a warning. Back off or die. Thick fur and skin in certain areas, potentially reducing the effect of a venomous bite to some extent. In most cases, a goat will avoid conflict with predators. The setting: a rice field encounter. The goat tries to sidestep, but the cobra's fangs sink into its front leg. Venom is delivered in less than a second. The venom targets the nervous system, and paralysis is imminent. Let us imagine this intense face-off unfolds in a rural rice field, a common location in Southeast Asia where both goats and king cobras may cross paths. If the cobra delivers a dry bite, the goat might survive. Some farmers have even witnessed goats recovering from snake bites with quick treatment. A full envenomation dose can kill a goat in under 30 minutes. The clash: goat versus king cobra. The cobra is flung into the mud but quickly recovers. Round 1, deciding. It rarely wastes energy on creatures that don't pose a threat or serve as prey. While it lacks complex strategy, its willingness to fight makes it an unpredictable foe. The goat freezes, its nostrils flare as it detects movement in the grass, but the cobra twists around and lands a second bite, this time to the neck. The cobra hisses again. Now both hunter and defender are exhausted. But goats are prey animals, and this one reacts instinctively. Round 2. The first strike. The cobra slithers closer, measuring its opponent. With lightning speed, it launches forward. The goat bleats in pain and backs away, stumbling. Its leg begins to swell. Who wins? But this goat is tough. Despite the bite, it charges forward and strikes the snake with a strong hoof, catching it. Its venom, speed, and precision are too much for a goat to handle. But the goat's bravery and power shouldn't be dismissed. But against a full-grown king cobra, survival is unlikely. Round 3, desperation and damage. Realizing its prey won't fall instantly, the cobra circles again, but the venom is already working. The goat is slowing, its breathing labored. In a last act of defiance, the goat charges. It manages to stomp on the cobra's tail, pinning it momentarily. What do you think? Could a goat ever win this battle? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic wildlife showdowns. The battle is over. Science behind the venom. King cobra venom is a neurotoxin, which means it attacks the nervous system, paralyzing muscles, including the diaphragm, causing death by respiratory failure. However, venom dosage varies. That said, in a true predatory strike, the king cobra's venom is nearly always lethal to small and medium-sized mammals. Animal intelligence and instinct. An interesting aspect of this matchup is behavior. The king cobra is a calculated killer. It observes, measures, and decides when to attack with precision. The goat operates on instinct, especially when protecting its young or reacting to fear. This instinctual bravery can sometimes catch predators off guard, making goats a rare example of prey that may fight back effectively, even if only briefly. Real-world encounters. Although rare, there have been documented cases in rural villages of king cobras attacking livestock, including goats, chickens, and even calves. Farmers often report finding a dead goat with fang marks and a nearby dead or injured cobra. Chickens mysteriously dying overnight, only to discover a snake hiding beneath the coop. Goats acting restless or agitated, a sign that a snake may be nearby. In most cases, if a king cobra bites a goat, the outcome is fatal unless immediate intervention is possible. Let's be clear. In a one-on-one, the king cobra almost always wins. In some cases, a goat may injure or even kill a cobra by stomping on it, especially if the snake is smaller or young. Nature never fails to surprise us. While the king cobra is a deadly predator, the goat's courage and resilience make it a worthy opponent in a fight for survival. The king cobra, the world's longest venomous snake, growing up to 18 feet long. It's not just size that makes it terrifying. In fact, a single bite contains enough venom to kill an elephant or 20 humans. It's smart, agile, and can lift a third of its body off the ground when threatened. It doesn't waste energy unless it knows the outcome is deadly. It's venom, a powerful neurotoxin that attacks the nervous system and can bring down even large animals. And it doesn't just bite. The king cobra strikes with precision, often going for the neck or vital areas. But don't be fooled. Goats are alert, territorial, and have strong legs equipped with sharp hooves that can deliver powerful kicks. They're survivors, often found navigating rocky mountains, wild forests, and farms. On the other side, we have the goat. Now at first glance, a goat may not seem like much of a match. A young brown goat, around 40 kilograms, is grazing near a forest edge. Drawn by the scent of rodents, it slithers quietly until it notices movement. They're also curious, which can either be a strength or a dangerous weakness when dealing with venomous predators. Then, in an unexpected move, it charges, hooves, stomping the ground. It's early morning in the lush countryside, with dew still clinging to the grass. But nearby, in the thick underbrush, a king cobra stirs. The goat, unaware of the danger, steps closer. It's curious, sniffing at the leaves and chewing lazily. A perfect hit? The goat stumbles, confused, not realizing what just happened. The cobra freezes. It lifts its head, rising a full 2 feet off the ground, flaring its iconic hoot in warning. But the goat doesn't understand. It stomps the ground in act of defiance. Breathing becomes difficult. It tries to run, but its legs are weakening. The king cobra watches from a distance. Weeding, this is where instinct takes over. Some goats have even been known to survive snake bites, especially if they receive help or the dose was low. The king cobra hisses, a low and chilling sound. It's a final warning. It circles, slinking through the brush, looking for a better strike angle. The goat stands its ground, snorting loudly. King cobras, while usually shy, sometimes venture close to farms in search of rodents or eggs. This surprises the cobra, who quickly slides back under a nearby bush. But it's not retreating. It's repositioning. Without immediate medical attention, most animals collapse within 30 minutes. Remember, the king cobra is a tactical predator. It doesn't rely on brute force, but strategy. Suddenly, whip-fast a cobra strikes. Its fangs sink into the goat's front leg before pulling back just as quickly. But within minutes, the venom spreads. But the goat has to act fast, and it needs to strike before the cobra gets a bite in. Intelligence, patience, and precision can take down even the strongest opponent. The neurotoxins begin to paralyze the goat's muscles. Or is the king cobra simply too deadly? This is its strategy. Strike and wait. Could the goat survive? It depends. If the bite wasn't deep, or if the venom was only partially injected, a strong and healthy goat might fight through the effects. But against a king cobra, the chances are slim. Its venom is deadly and Now, you might be wondering, does this kind of encounter happen in real life? Yes, especially in regions like India, Thailand, and Southeast Asia, where goats are raised near forests, and when they feel threatened, they attack. There have been real incidents where goats were found collapsed near barns only, to be discovered later that a king cobra was hiding nearby. So who wins? If it comes to a physical brawl, the goat could injure the cobra with a powerful kick, even fatally. On the other hand, if the cobra lands just one venomous bite, the goat is doomed. In most realistic cases, the king cobra wins. Its venom, speed, and accuracy make it one of the deadliest predators in such an encounter. This unusual face-off reminds us of something important about nature. Size isn't always the deciding factor. The king cobra is a master of strategy, while the goat is a symbol of endurance and boldness. Both are powerful in their own way. So, what did you think of this wild encounter? Would the goat have a chance? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing animal battles and wild survival stories. Thanks for watching, and stay wild. Welcome to my channel. Today, we dive into one of the most intense and unusual hypothetical wildlife encounters. King cobra versus snapping turtle. What would really happen if these two apex predators collided? It's a clash between venom and armor, speed and defense, agility and brute force. Who would win this wild face? Let's explore the biology, behavior, and battle strategies of each animal in this epic 1,500-word breakdown. The king cobra, the hooded assassin. Let's begin with the king cobra, the world's longest venomous snake, reaching lengths of up to 18 feet. Native to forests across South and Southeast Asia, this iconic serpent is more than just a large snake. It's a specialist predator with intelligence, agility, and a neurotoxic venom that can drop a full-grown elephant. Key attributes: length 10 to 18 feet, venom neurotoxic, can paralyze or kill within hours. Diet: primarily other snakes, including venomous ones. Behavior: territorial, especially during mating season. Unlike vipers that rely on ambush, the king cobra often tracks prey using sight and smell and uses its large size and elevated hood to intimidate rivals and predators. Strike speed: lightning fast, with precision targeting. What sets the king cobra apart is its calculated aggression. These ancient reptiles look like creatures from the dinosaur age, and behave like it too. The snapping turtle, the armored warrior. Now meet the snapping turtle, specifically the alligator snapping turtle, which is the largest freshwater turtle in North America. Key attributes: weight 70 to 200 pounds. While these species don't normally share the same ecosystems, this what-if scenario helps us test their skills in a neutral arena. Bite force, up to 1,000 psi defense. Thick, rugged shell and incredibly fast jaws on land. It's agile and fast. Behavior, mostly sedentary, but strikes with blinding speed. They're ambush predators, waiting under the mud for fish, frogs, or birds to come close. then snap. On land, it becomes vulnerable due to its slow movement. It's all over in a fraction of a second. But if the cobra lures it to dry ground, the tide can quickly turn. Habitat: swamps, rivers, and lakes. Mostly aquatic, they're known to size up threats and make strategic decisions about whether to attack or retreat. Despite their sluggish look, snapping turtles are capable of lightning-fast bites. It may not blindly strike but wait for the right opening. Setting the stage. Where would this happen? For this hypothetical battle to occur, let's imagine a shallow, swampy area in Southeast Asia, where a king cobra accidentally slithers into a pool inhabited by a large snapping turtle. Let's break the battle down by environmental conditions, physical advantages, and potential tactics. Round 1. Environmental advantage. King cobra's strengths: prefers drier forest floors or bamboo thickets. The king cobra can dance around the turtle, striking multiple times and retreating before being caught. Its tough carapace protects it from nearly all land-based predators. The neck and limbs are thick and muscular. One well-placed bite or chomp from the turtle, and the cobra could be mortally wounded. Even if bitten, its armor gives it time to counterattack. Snapping turtles' strengths: dominates in the water, especially murky swamps or riverbeds. The turtle's defense can withstand venomous strikes as long as they don't reach the eyes, throat, or inside the mouth. Winter snapping turtle, king cobra. The venom attacks the nervous system, leading to paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. Can strike repeatedly from different angles. If the battle starts underwater or near the turtle's den, the snapping turtle holds the advantage. Round 2. Intelligence and strategy. King cobras have a reputation for being more intelligent than most reptiles, even showing territorial memory and learning. But reptiles are notoriously resistant to venom, especially ones like the snapping turtle, whose thick skin and cold-blooded nature slowed down venom's spread. Snapping turtles rely on primitive instincts. Strike if something gets too close and protect the body. When king cobra, the cobra's ability to observe, plan, and adjust its strategy could be key in this battle. Round 3. Speed and reaction time in terms of strike speed. Both animals are fast, but they strike differently. King cobra strikes with its fangs and retracts quickly. Snapping turtle lunges forward with a rapid clamp of its jaws, but with limited range. Winner: king cobra. Although the snapping turtle has a fierce bite, its range of motion is limited. Round 4. Defense and armor. It tries to escape but is dragged under the water. The snapping turtle has a near-impenetrable shell, but the cobra, having lost a large portion of its body, dies faster. But the turtle could still survive long enough to deliver a fatal bite in return. On the other hand, the king cobra has no natural armor. Its only defense is speed and intimidation. Winner snapping turtle. The king cobra's body is too soft and elongated to survive a close-range counter from the turtle. Round 5. Venom versus bite. Let's talk about the lethal weapons in this fight. Cobra's venom. One bite from a king cobra can deliver enough neurotoxin to kill 20 people or one elephant. Turtle's bite. A snapping turtle has enormous crushing power. It can sever fingers, crush bones, or break through thick flesh. If the king cobra manages to bite the turtle in a soft spot, like the neck or eye, and inject venom, the turtle could die slowly over several hours. On the other hand, if the turtle clamps onto the cobra's body or head, it could deliver a fatal bite almost instantly. Win or tie, it's truly a case of strike versus crush, and both are deadly in their own ways. Battle scenario. Who wins? Let's imagine a real-time sequence. The king cobra slithers near the water's edge, seeking frogs or other snakes. But if forced into a confrontation, the snapping turtle's defensive armor and crushing jaws give it a distinct advantage, especially in the water. In the wild, it only takes one mistake to die. The snapping turtle, sensing vibration, slowly turns toward the movement. The cobra spots the turtle but doesn't view it as prey at first. Until it gets too close, the turtle opens its mouth wide as a warning, but the cobra, curious and alert, raises its hood. It strikes at the turtle's head, but the thick skull deflects most of the damage. The cobra tries again, aiming for the eye. Venom is injected. The turtle lunges and catches part of the cobra's body. In one brutal snap, the turtle's jaws crush the snake's midsection. The cobra recoils, twisting in agony. Over the next few hours, the turtle becomes sluggish as venom takes effect. Final verdict: if the king cobra lands a perfect venomous strike to the snapping turtle's eye or throat, it might win. If the snapping turtle gets the first bite, especially on the cobra's body or head, the king cobra will likely not survive. Winner snapping turtle because of its near invulnerability, lethal bite, and resistance to venom. The snapping turtle is more likely to survive the encounter, though it may suffer injuries or delayed effects. Great content idea for wildlife animation or YouTube. Show this type of hypothetical battle is perfect for animated wildlife simulations, animal face-off documentaries, YouTube short series like Beast Battles, educational breakdowns comparing animal adaptations, fun facts. King cobras don't usually eat turtles, but they have been known to eat monitor lizards and other snakes that are armored. Snapping turtles can live for 100 plus years and often dominate their ecosystems for decades. Some reptiles, like certain snakes and lizards, have evolved partial venom resistance. Snapping turtles may fall into this group. Conclusion: in nature, these two titans would likely avoid each other. That said, never underestimate the intelligence and venom of a king cobra. If you enjoyed this wildlife showdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with the next battle you'd like to see. Maybe Komodo dragon versus jaguar, or honey badger versus python. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay wild. Welcome to my channel. Today, we dive into the murky waters of swamps, ponds, and riverbeds to explore one of nature's most misunderstood reptiles, the snapping turtle. With its prehistoric look, powerful bite, and mysterious lifestyle, the snapping turtle has captured the curiosity of scientists, wildlife enthusiasts, and even internet fans who've witnessed its jaw-dropping hunting abilities. Whether you've seen one snapping a carrot clean in half or lumbering slowly through a forest trail, this turtle is far more than meets the eye. The ancient predator snapping turtles are often described as living fossils, and with good reason. These creatures have been around for over 90 million years, having survived mass extinctions, climate shifts, and the evolution of countless other animals. Two main species dominate North America: the common snapping turtle and the alligator snapping turtle. Snapping turtles have powerful beak-like jaws, strong limbs, and a tail that resembles a dinosaur's. They're built for ambush, defense, and raw power. The common snapping turtle is found throughout the United States and parts of Canada and Mexico. Their carapace is rugged, usually brown to olive in color, and often covered in algae or mud, perfect for camouflage. In contrast, the alligator snapping turtle, the larger and more intimidating of the two, primarily resides in the southeastern U.S., particularly in slow-moving rivers and swamps. What sets them apart from other turtles is more than just their size. Anatomy of a snapping turtle. Let's break down the snapping turtle's body. They often lie buried in the mud or under plants, with just their nostrils poking above water. This stealth approach is crucial, both for avoiding predators and ambushing prey. Shell. Unlike many turtles, snapping turtles can't fully retract into their shells. During winter, they hibernate by burrowing into mud at the bottom of a water body, slowing their metabolism significantly. Jaws. The snapper's beak-like jaws are its most famous feature. With a bite force estimated between 200 and 1,000 psi, a large snapping turtle can sever fingers or crush bone. Neck and head. Long and flexible, their neck can whip around rapidly. This allows the turtle to snap at threats or prey with surprising reach. The alligator snapping turtle, for instance, uses a unique hunting method. It opens its mouth and wiggles a worm-like appendage on its tongue to lure fish in. When a curious fish gets too close, snap. The jaws slam shut in milliseconds. A female snapping turtle may travel long distances from water to find suitable sandy or loose soil for laying eggs. After about 2 to 4 months, the hatchlings emerge and make the dangerous trek to the water, many falling prey to birds, mammals, or even other turtles. Tail. Thick, long, and spiked, it adds to their prehistoric appearance and helps in balance and movement on land. Alligator snapping turtles have been known to live over 100 years in rare cases. Feet webbed with sharp claws, aiding in both swimming and digging. Habitat and range. Thus, they play an essential role in maintaining the health and balance of freshwater ecosystems. Their scavenging helps clean waterways by consuming dead fish and other animals. Meanwhile, their predation helps balance fish populations and control pests, like insects and rodents near the shore. Their large size and inability to retreat fully into their shells make them more prone to attacks by predators such as raccoons, foxes, or even humans. Overharvesting can severely impact local populations. Most bites occur when people try to pick them up or provoke them. As a result, a snapping turtle on land may hiss, lunge, and snap to defend itself. Snapping turtles are remarkably adaptable. They inhabit freshwater environments like swamps, lakes, ponds, rivers, marshes. These turtles prefer slow-moving or still water with a muddy bottom and ample vegetation. They are cold-blooded reptiles, so they're more active in warm months. Diet and hunting style. The snapping turtle is omnivorous, meaning it eats both plants and animals. However, it leans more toward a typical snapping turtle diet includes fish, frogs, snakes, small birds, crustaceans, aquatic insects, carrion, aquatic plants. What makes snapping turtles fearsome is not just what they eat, but how they catch it. Behavior and temperament. Snapping turtles are solitary and territorial. While they are generally calm underwater, on land they become much more aggressive, especially when they feel threatened. Wildlife, YouTubers, and documentaries often highlight their power with slow-motion footage of them devouring prey or showing off their bite force. Why the change in attitude on land? It's simple. Snapping turtles feel vulnerable. Despite their reputation, they are not naturally aggressive toward humans and prefer to avoid confrontation. Reproduction and lifespan mating usually occurs in spring, and females lay eggs in early summer. She'll dig a hole, deposit between 20 to 80 eggs, cover them, and leave. Those that survive may live a very long life. Snapping turtles can live up to 30 years in the wild and even 50 years or more in captivity. The role of snapping turtles in the ecosystem. Snapping turtles are scavengers and apex predators in their environment. Though often misunderstood and sometimes feared, these turtles are vital parts of their ecosystems and deserve both respect and protection. They are also prey, especially the eggs and hatchlings, contributing to the diet of many animals. And hit that notification bell for more fascinating wildlife stories. Human interaction and threats. Despite their hardy nature, snapping turtles face a range of threats. Habitat loss, urban development, pollution, and waterway changes have reduced their natural habitats. Road mortality. Females often cross roads looking for nesting sites and are at risk of being hit by vehicles. Poaching and overharvesting. Some people hunt snapping turtles for their meat, which is considered a delicacy in turtle soup, especially in southern U.S. cuisine. Pollution, pesticides, plastics, and industrial waste harm turtles directly or reduce their food sources. However, many regions have started protecting snapping turtles through conservation laws, education, and habitat restoration efforts. Myths and misunderstandings. The snapping turtle is often feared, but most of that fear comes from myths and exaggeration. Let's bust a few. Myth: snapping turtles will chase and attack swimmers. Fact: snapping turtles avoid humans and are more likely to retreat or hide. Myth: they can't let go once they bite. Fact: while their bite is strong, they can and do release. Myth: they serve no purpose and should be removed from ponds. Fact: snapping turtles are important for ecosystem balance and rarely overpopulate a water body. Snapping turtles in pop culture. From viral videos of them snapping through watermelons to their inspiration in fictional characters like Master Oogway or even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, snapping turtles have made their mark in pop culture. Their bizarre appearance, ancient vibe, and brutal hunting style fascinate the public. How to coexist with snapping turtles. If you live near a lake or pond, chances are you might spot a snapping turtle one day. Here's how to respect and coexist with them. Observe from a distance. Don't try to touch or feed them. Help turtles cross roads safely. If you see a turtle crossing, gently guide it in the direction it was heading, using a stick or a shovel. Avoid disturbing nests. Even if you find turtle eggs, leave them alone. Report injured turtles. Contact local wildlife rescue centers. Don't relocate turtles. Moving them can disorient them or cause stress. Final thoughts. The snapping turtle is one of nature's most rugged survivors. A dinosaur among us, gliding silently through the waters with patience, precision, and power. So next time you see one lazily floating in a pond or lumbering through the grass, remember, this is ENHD turtle. It has a glimpse into Earth. SD past, a symbol of nature's resilience, and a reminder of the wild wonders still hidden in our own backyards. Thanks for joining me in this wild exploration. If you enjoyed learning about the snapping turtle, make sure to like, subscribe,